Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ask Dr. Callahan's Thursdays with Cassidy. This is the part of our show where every Thursday we come live here on Facebook to address questions from you guys. We get these questions from Twitter, from Facebook, and from our email. As you know, all of Ask Dr. Callahan's courses come with free support, and so the questions that our support team receives from people like you, we try to answer them here on the Facebook Live. This week, I am going to be answering the question, how to teach Ask Dr. Callahan math courses in a cooperative environment. Now, for those of you that may not know what cooperative means, that word has a lot of definitions, but in this case, I'm using it to describe the corporate learning environment that homeschool communities will often set up in different areas where parents get together and their students form a class. And so for high school students, this usually means that the co-op meets 1 or 2 days a week, and the students will take different subjects different days, but they go there to take it, and so they're doing some of their work at home and they're doing some of the work there. And we had a teacher reach out to us because she was going to be teaching one of our classes in a co-op this fall, and she wanted to get some feedback on how to structure it. So, Lisa, this is for you. This is how you will structure that class in a cooperative environment. Now, different co-ops meet different kinds of days. Some of them will meet Monday and Wednesday, others of them will meet Tuesday and Friday. For this example, we're going to say that your co-op is meeting on Tuesdays and Thursdays for about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes for the math class time. As you know, the Ask Dr. Callahan courses are outlined in 33-week assignments. So when you buy our course, you get a teacher's guide that includes a syllabus, and we've outlined weekly assignments. Now, when you do this at home, this just means that that's what you have to complete that week. Well, in a co-op environment, it works similarly. It works the same for the student that's taking the class, but for the teacher that's trying to plan it, what this means is you're going to split up what you're doing over 2 days. So let's say you're meeting Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Tuesday, you're going to introduce the lesson. That's where you're going to remind the students about what they read in the book. You're going to review with them what they watched on the DVD. The expectation is that they will have watched the lessons online or they will have watched them on the DVD, and they come to class having reviewed that. So then in the class, you're going to be working specific examples with them, previewing the homework problems with them, and I also like to take that introduction time where they're first seeing that lesson for the very first time to go ahead and just verbally show them some connections of those concepts in the real world. It's not any kind of hands-on learning at that point, but just letting them know here are a few places this concept is used in real life as they're learning it for the first time. Then the second day of the week, on Thursday, so your students will go home and do their homework, and then they're going to come back on Thursday. The first part of Thursday, I usually spend half the class going over homework. And that means that the students will have questions from the problems that they worked, or I'll have some key concepts I want to make sure they don't miss, and I review all of that as the first part of the class. Then the second part of the class, we usually do an activity, which that's how I teach it in the co-ops, but we have just now started adding the activities into our courses. So the algebra class has this built in for you now. Our online algebra class has the activities built in, but if you're using the offline version, you wouldn't have this, and you would fill the second half of your Thursday class with reviewing concepts or extra practice. But if you have the activities, you would spend the second half of your Thursday class doing the activities, and that just gives the students a chance to really experience what they learned through the week and to do a hands-on version of those concepts from that week's lesson. It really helps solidify that age-old question of why do I have to learn this? You take specific class time to address that. And then, of course, completing the activity counts as a homework assignment, and as they head into the weekend, they have less homework, and so that's great. Now, if you're teaching this class in a cooperative, you're probably wondering, well, how do I structure the tests? Because Ask Dr. Callahan and our teacher's guide, we recommend that the tests be given open book, open notes. And so what that looks like when you're teaching in a co-op environment means that the first day of the week, when you have your students, you're going to review the test, and that's basically what you used to do in school, which was like the study guide, the test study day, test review day, whatever you want to call it. You go over the concepts that will be covered on the exam and let the students practice and ask questions in class. That's also a great opportunity to go over basic test taking skills and to get any students who are nervous about the test taking process used to that part. Because in a co-op environment, you have less flexibility about how to test. You really have to give the paper exam. So for some students, the test review day is a great day to go over how to do that. Then the second day of the week, after they go home, they're going to take the test, open book, open notes, and then they'll come back on Thursday at the co-op and they'll turn it in. And they'll turn in their exam, and so you just take them all up, and then the actual class time, you can either proceed to the next lesson or go ahead and add in an extra project and activity for that day. It's totally up to you. Teachers get to do how they want to do it. You will grade the test right answer only, and here's a tip for teachers that are doing it in a co-op environment. Have the students turn the test in the last day of the week that you're going to have class, and then that way you have the weekend to get everybody's stuff graded and back to them. And then the week after a test is given, you flip-flop your days. So what we just outlined is that on Tuesday you would do the new material and Thursday would be reinforcement. Now, after you've given a test, that next week you'll flip-flop it and do reinforcement on the first day and new material on the second day, and that gives you a chance to let the students go over their test problems. Like the way we recommend that you grade tests is right answer only. And so then that Tuesday, the next week, after the students come back, their homework for that first day after a test will actually be to go back and rework any that they missed on the exam. And so for you as a teacher, it helps if you flip-flop your days. And so what would happen is Thursday they turn their test in and you cover new material. You go into the weekend and grade the tests, and then they come back that next week. The very first day, you're going to review the stuff you covered that past Thursday, but then for homework, you're assigning that they rework their tests. And I always call them test reworks. So then that way the kids aren't doubling up on homework. They're not having to complete homework problems and rework their tests. They can just focus on reworking them as problems from the exams. And there's a lot of pedagogical methods that I referred to in this just now, such as test reworks and open book, open notes, and tests and things like that. If you have questions about those things, please reach out to me and contact me, support at AskDrCallahan.com or info at AskDrCallahan.com, and I will be more than happy to help address some of those things. But hopefully, Lisa, this helps you as you head into your school year this fall. We are so excited. You're going to be teaching our algebra course at Co-op. It's absolutely designed to be flexible that way. And please keep in mind that you can speed up our syllabus or slow it down as you need to when you get in there with your students and you find that they're interacting with the material just like you do at home, where you adjust it to your students' learning style. If you're teaching it in a classroom environment, you can absolutely adjust the syllabus there too. We hope this helps you. Thank you so much for joining us here at Thursdays with Cassidy with Ask Dr. Callahan. If you guys want to see your question answered live here on Facebook, please let us know. Send us your questions to support at AskDrCallahan.com or comment right here on this video. If you're interested in the online courses that we have just launched and would like more information or a free copy of the syllabus so that you can see what we assign each week as well as get a look at the activities we teach, we have all of that available on our website at AskDrCallahan.com. Let us know if we can help you. We are excited to be here helping you prepare your kids for college and for life. Until next week, I'm Cassidy, and I'll see you guys on Facebook Live. Bye.